Picture this. I was in the middle of a crucial moment, a make-or-break situation where everything seemed to hang in the balance. A big Zoom sales call, the kind where the pressure's on and everyone's watching. Business shirt up top, gotta look professional for the camera, right? Sweatpants below, because comfort is key when you're glued to your chair for hours. And I'm nailing every buzzword. I was on a roll, delivering the pitch of my life, or so I thought. Suddenly my PowerPoint goes fuzzy, the visuals start to distort and clarity fades away. Like someone smeared Vaseline over my right eye. The world turned into an impressionist painting and I was not an art critic in that moment. I blink. Maybe it's just dry eye, I hoped. Nothing changes. The blur persists, mocking my attempts to regain focus. Half my world is gone, right in the middle of my pitch. It was like watching a movie with a crucial scene missing. My heart's pounding, a drum solo of anxiety playing in my chest. But I keep nodding, pretending I'm just deep in thought. Gotta maintain the facade of composure, even as my vision betrays me. Inside, I'm panicking, a 5-alarm fire raging in my brain. Did I just have a stroke? Can they tell? Are my colleagues noticing the sheer terror plastered across my face? I wrap up the call, no clue what I agreed to, hoping I didn't promise the company's entire budget to a client, and rush to the mirror. I needed answers, and I needed them now. My eye looks normal, betraying no signs of the chaos it was causing. But when I cover my left, everything's a gray blur. The world transformed into a muted, indistinct landscape. The rest of the day? A literal and figurative blur. Productivity plummeted and anxiety soared. I'm answering emails with one eye, squinting like a pirate trying to read a treasure map, typing like I've got oven mitts on. Each keystroke was a struggle, a testament to my impaired vision. Every new message feels like a crisis. Each notification ping sent shivers down my spine. Can you hop on a call? No, Brenda, my eyeball has left the building. I'm operating at half capacity here. I keep opening and closing my right eye, hoping it'll reboot. Like a faulty computer program, I just needed to restart it, right? Spoiler, it doesn't. My eye remained stubbornly out of commission. The fear turns into full-blown panic. The what-ifs spiraled out of control. This isn't a tech glitch. My body's sending a very blurry SOS. This was a biological malfunction, and I was not equipped to handle it. I'm officially freaked out, and I have no idea what's coming next. The uncertainty was the worst part. All I know is something is seriously wrong, and I needed to figure it out, fast. Hey, quick timeout from the eyeball drama. If you're enjoying this blurry ride through my medical misadventures, do me a favor, give that like button a tap. Seriously, it helps more than eye drops on a dry Monday morning. And if you don't want to miss what happens next in my saga of accidental pirate life, hit subscribe and ring the bell. Think of it as your way of making sure I don't wander off into the land of forgotten notifications. Plus, every click sends a tiny burst of joy straight to my remaining functional eyeball. So, show some love, and I promise to keep the stories coming. No vision required. Thanks for supporting the channel. You're the real MVPs. Now, back to our regularly scheduled panic attack. So, what do you do when your body starts acting up? Throwing you curveballs you weren't expecting? When something feels off, a little niggle that just won't go away? You Google it, of course. It's the 21st century reflex, isn't it? The moment something feels amiss, we turn to the all-knowing oracle of the internet. I type, losing vision in one eye blurry gray, and hit enter. I'm looking for answers, reassurance, maybe just a little bit of understanding. Instantly, I'm convinced I have 7 fatal diseases, each one more terrifying than the last. The internet, in its infinite wisdom, has diagnosed me with everything short of spontaneous combustion. A brain tumor and maybe a rare Amazonian parasite, just for good measure. Because why not? Every link leads to a scarier story, a more improbable diagnosis, a deeper descent into the abyss of online medical misinformation. And suddenly, every symptom applies to me. It's like the internet is personally tailoring a disease just for me. Tingling, check. Fatigue, double check. I'm practically a walking medical textbook of rare and exotic ailments. Existential dread, off the charts. I'm pretty sure my anxiety levels are setting new world records. I'm spiraling, writing my will in my head, figuring out who gets what from my meager possessions. Who wants my band t-shirts? They're vintage, I swear. Days go by. By day, I'm a functioning employee, pretending everything is perfectly normal. By night, a WebMD addict lost in the labyrinth of medical misinformation. I can't tell anyone. Hey honey, pass the salt. Also, Google says I'm dying. It just doesn't quite roll off the tongue, does it? The fear is isolating, and every search just makes it worse. confirming my worst fears with alarming regularity. Finally, I read a forum post, Optic Neuritis, MS. The internet has spoken and it has diagnosed me with multiple sclerosis. That's my breaking point. I can't take it anymore. I close the laptop, take a breath, a deep, cleansing breath, trying to dispel the digital demons I've conjured, and do what I should have done first. I call a real doctor, a professional, someone who actually knows what they're talking about. Sometimes you have to stop Googling and get help, step away from the screen and seek actual medical advice. And that's when things get real. That's when the healing can actually begin. Working with one eye is a circus act. I become a master of illusion, always sitting on my good side in meetings. I nod at blurry shapes, zoom in on emails until the text is billboard-sized. Video calls are the worst. I perfect the thoughtful head tilt to hide my bad eye. People ask if I'm tired. I laugh it off, but inside I'm terrified of being found out. I don't want to seem weak or incapable, so I just push through. The energy I spend hiding my symptoms is exhausting. Looking back, I wish I'd just been honest, but at the time, all I could do was fake it and hope no one noticed. The doctor says, optic neuritis, high-dose IV steroids. I imagine getting ripped. Reality, insomnia, rage, and moon face. My cheeks puff up like marshmallows. I'm wide awake at 3 a.m., reorganizing socks and arguing with my cat. I eat everything in sight, cry at commercials, and get mad at my toaster. It's a wild ride, but slowly my vision starts to return. The gray fades, colors come back, and the world sharpens. The side effects are rough, but seeing again is worth every weird moment. Hope returns, even if my face is twice its normal size. I'd take moon face over blindness any day. The steroids are bizarre, but they work. It's the first real progress I've felt in weeks. Sometimes the cure is almost as wild as the disease, but I'll take it. Post-steroids, feeling like I needed a complete reset, I go full wellness warrior. I'm talking head to toe, inside and out, a total transformation. I was ready to embrace every trend, every tip, every trick. I juice everything. Kale, the king of greens, ginger, for that extra zing and supposed anti-inflammatory power, spinach. Basically, anything green I could get my hands on. Soon my kitchen looks less like a place to cook and more like a science lab. A very green, very messy science lab. The resulting green sludge tastes truly awful, like swamp water mixed with regret. But I'm stubbornly convinced it'll fix me, that this vile concoction holds the key to my recovery. Next up on my quest for wellness, the eye patch phase. I impulsively buy a pirate patch, thinking I'll look mysterious, maybe even a little cool and edgy. I don't, not even close. I just scare the dog, who now eyes me with suspicion, and bump into furniture, constantly misjudging distances like a tipsy pirate. Eventually, admitting defeat, I switch to blue light glasses, a slightly less ridiculous option, and my signature hair swoop, strategically styled to cover one eye. I overhaul my diet, a complete and utter purge of anything remotely enjoyable. No gluten, the enemy of all that is good and fluffy, dairy, banished from my fridge like a lactose-intolerant leper, or sugar. Absolutely no sugar. My taste buds wept. Just salmon, avocados, nature's butter, and endless broccoli. Mountains of broccoli. Broccoli for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Was any of it a magic cure? The secret ingredient to feeling like myself again? No. A resounding, emphatic no. But these rituals, however absurd, give me a sense of control, a feeling of actively doing something. When your body betrays you, when it feels like it's turned against you, you grab onto anything you can, clutching at straws in the hope of finding some solid ground. It's not really about the juice or the patch. Those are just symbols. It's about fighting back, even in small ways, about reclaiming some agency over my own body and mind. And hey, silver linings, right? I now have a killer spinach and despair smoothie recipe, perfected through rigorous experimentation. Let me know if you want it. I'm happy to share the misery. Today my vision's mostly back. My right eye still blurs when I'm tired, but I can see, and yes, I still check if my eyes look even. If I learned anything, it's that stress is the real villain. No job is worth your health. You have to advocate for yourself, or your body will force you to. The journey was scary, but it gets better. You find a new normal, learn to listen to your body, and realize it's okay to not be okay. Humor helps. Laughing at moonface and green juice makes it bearable. I made it through, and so can you. What weird things have you done to cope? Drop your stories in the comments. Thanks for hanging out. You're the best. See you next time.